Having said that, our last talk for the last flash talk is by Lubdhak, and he told me he's into carpentry or something like that. He wants to destroy some databases with table saw.
Thank you for allowing me to speak on such short notice. And the thing is, it's an open source project of mine. It was written in Ruby, and I'm using this guy's very humble guy's his laptop just to read out most of the parts, and it's open to use. I wish you people will like it. Okay, so what happens to you when somebody asks to generate a report for your entire customer base? Maybe your production DB has a lot many customers, but they are spread out across all many tables. So if you are using a SQL DB, I would say it's very easy to, to pull out what is technically called a referentially intact subset of your entire DB. So basically you can select any particular features, particular record, and my tool would just create the entire dependency tree for the same, and it will make sure that all the previous foreign key relations are established and the record is like entirely placed into a SQL dump file, which later you can restore using the pg restore command. So I will show you few of the syntax that I have here. It's mostly YML config. Okay, so if you want to use the tool, basically you can use it as a Ruby gem. Sorry. Yeah. So basically, it's a Ruby gem, and you can just supply a command line argument with your config file. Here it is that manifest YML. How do you mention what are the things you want to include or exclude or maybe blacklist certain tables that have your internal data? So you supply the arguments, pretty readable, self-explanatory. Coming to the config. So this file basically describes how you want the dump to be from your process table, and you can basically mention what are the variables. So there could be a scenario where you are going to use the same variable throughout the config. So there is a feature for that where you can describe a variable in parentheses and reuse throughout your entire config. So for jumping into a small example, yeah. So let's say if you want to use, there is a customer, let's say it's called ABC, and ABC has got his record, let's say we call it contracts. So the contract table must have a reference with their respective, what you call company ID or a workspace ID. So basically you can provide your workspace ID as your, primary identifier. So my tool will go ahead and build the entire thing that is related to this contract. That could be your starting from the user table to the config that a user has saved. So anything that is reference to this company or workspace ID shall be pulled through in a sequentially intact manner. I wish I had a machine of my own today. I could have just run a live demo through this, but you can just go ahead and check it out. And for some other features also, there are questions about when you are migrating customers' data. There are privacy issues, data related issues. So there will be cases where you might need to mask the sensitive information. So basically you can describe those parameters as well. You can describe a regex, and if anything matches those regex, it can be basically masked. I think time's up. Thank you.
All right. I'm just glad I didn't have to actually get anyone off stage because it's not something that I like. I love it. All right. So thank you all the speakers for the flash talks. Y'all have a special gift for us. Sorry, we have a special gift for you. Next year's conference, please talk to us. You'll get discount tickets. So I just want to meet all the speakers for the flash talk sessions in a while between after we finish the two talks. Please meet me maybe here itself, and please spread the word in case people have left. Thank you so much for your talks. Thank you so much for being on time. And a loud round of applause for all these speakers. A job really well done. So back to our schedule. And see, I said schedule, not schedule. Okay?